San Antonio, folks. Maybe tomorrow you get a shot of the Riverwalk, or we'll find it. Problem is, it's so noisy down there to do the vlog.
I think I might be cut off right now, by the way, too. I don't think I lined this up properly. Okay. There.
Slouching. But, and we don't care. Like last year we did it. We put the camera on a garbage can in Miami and talked to the camera, and people walked by like they were ready to call, to have us committed. But we don't care about that. But it's the noise. I mean, if we can sit on balconies in Bourbon Street and in front of the water in Miami, we don't care. But it's all about getting you.
Well, we did one from the Riverwalk last year, and I think I remember some woman walking out of the hotel and
right through the shot.
Into our shot as well. So we like to actually get out, and it's pretty nice here today in San Antonio. The weather's pretty good. We both got shorts on. I don't know if they're in the shot or not because I'm slouched out big time right now. But yeah, the weather's really nice. It's supposed to be pretty good tomorrow, and then on to Orlando and Miami, where the weather should be pretty decent in Florida. But weather aside,
the team better be decent.
Yeah, the team better be decent because, hey, as we pointed out yesterday, 4 games, 3 of the last 4 games, holding their opponents under 45%, and you'll give that stat in a second, or at least close to that stat, which is the watershed mark that we always talk about. But if you look at the last 5 games, as Jay Triano pointed out today at practice, they've tracked the stats as well, and this team has allowed opponents to shoot 43.8 or 43.9% over the last 5 games. So he's proud of that, and proud of the improved defense. However,
he's got nothing to show.
4 losses in a row.
Yeah.
So
and as Eric said, that's 4 of the last 5 games that they've held opponents under that magic 45% mark. And I checked; they have never gone more than 8 games. They've never had more than 8 losses since the 2006 season. Never more than 8 losses in a season when they've held opponents under that mark. They've already got 5 now. So it doesn't happen that often that they actually do it.
And what's the all-time mark since you've been tracking it the last 5.5 years?
110 now and 32, which is still pretty good. That's 77, 78% in terms of winning. But the problem is when they've been able to pull it off in 4 of the last 5 games, they got nothing to show for it. So that is discouraging. And look, you just hope against San Antonio tomorrow they can have some semblance of a defensive effort that's like that. Because we're talking about the best team in the NBA, the best team in the West anyway. Debatable. My prediction might be 1 year late. San Antonio and Boston in the finals.
Yeah, you said that last year.
Yeah.
I'll just leave alone that I was right about the Lakers, but that's okay. I don't know. The Lakers are going to have a tough battle this year trying to go back for the three-peat as Phil looks to put on another ring. They did look pretty good last night against Oklahoma City, though. Weathered the storm against the Thunder, and then came back with a big punch in the fourth quarter, and were able to close that one out and bounce back from their loss to the Clippers, who've been looking better of late as well.
Yes, the other
Griffin
team
doing his damage.
The other team in the East, and they started off miserably and are now sitting in 7th, and that's the Philadelphia 76ers. They are playing ball. We'll see them next Wednesday in Toronto, but
and New York's starting to come back down.
So is Indiana.
Too, yeah.
So is Indiana.
Yeah, practice notes, right?
Yeah.
Andrea Bargnani, to directly quote Jay Triano, did nothing today. So he didn't do anything. He didn't go. Linas Kleiza was not able to practice. Jose Calderon just did some shooting drills but didn't do much running. Jerryd Bayless was back on the floor, so that's a good sign. And they're still without Barbosa and Weems, as both of those guys stay back in Toronto, as well as Stojakovic and Reggie Evans. So
and folks, everybody else
is a little bit good.
Everybody else is banged up. Like Eric and I are sitting there after practice as we get ready to leave the arena, and everybody and his mother is got an ice bag. Gaines has one on. Julian Wright has them on. I mean, some of it's normal maintenance, but you're 41 games in. There's no healthy bodies. There are no healthy bodies right now.
Well, Triano said today they had 4 bigs and 4 guards essentially practicing. That's what they had. So they didn't do a long session. They watched more video than anything else, and got up a few drills, got some stuff done, and they were probably out of the arena, with I don't know, maybe 90 minutes, including practice and video. So it wasn't a long session today because they simply just don't have the bodies to be able to do a whole lot. Yeah,
maintenance. And tomorrow we will come at you with another update. The Spurs tomorrow night, one of the best teams in the NBA. The veteran Tim Duncan, Parker, and Ginobili, speaking of healthy, are healthy this year. They didn't play for their native sides in the World Championships. They're raring to go. I mean, you got guys like Gary Neal, another guy like George Hill. They just kind of pluck them and find them somewhere. I mean, I was looking at that. Neal, Hill, They drafted Ginobili 57th. They just find guys. They just find people, and they're becoming like Utah in that sense, in that they have a system and they find a guy for their system and plug him in. Even Matt Bonner. I mean, people laughed at us, 4 or 5 years ago when Matt was in Toronto. Then we said, hey, he's a good player, and people were like, well, he's just a good player on a bad team. No. Matt Bonner's a player, and he's perfect for the system. And I remember talking to PJ Carlissimo, PJ being here, when Matt was in Toronto, and he said, if Matt Bonner was in San Antonio or Phoenix, he'd probably average double figures and be one of the best three-point shooters in the league because of who he's playing with. He's a great piece. And what do you know? PJ knows what he's talking about.
Well, PJ's probably holding court with the coaches tonight at some restaurant in town, or maybe he's hooking up with Popovich as well, seeing his old buddy. And we're going to be having dinner later on with Jim LeBombard, and Doug Smith, and Mike Ganter at some Tex-Mex place. But got to get our work done first, finish the vlog here, get some notes ready, send some clips back to the radio station for the 2020s as well. And always something to do. Trust me, on the road, it ain't vacation time. There's always something to do, and you just take advantage of what little off time you have in the evenings and stuff. So we'll do that tonight. Nice little piano bar that I like to go to from time to time in San Antonio as well.
No clouds out there. Finish the work and get out for a run before it gets dark.
Maybe. I'll probably do the treadmill.
Treadmill, though.
Talk to you tomorrow, folks.